What's going on, guys? Welcome to the vlog. So Coach Rai here and nandito tayo sa labas. Friday, 9:10 in the morning Dubai time. So gutom na ako, hindi pa ako nakakain. And hindi pa ako pwedeng kumain kasi magpapa-blood work tayo. So kailangan doon fasted state. So yun, tara. Gutom na ako. Let's go! So ayun guys, tapos na. Hindi naman masakit. So, ayun. Anyway, yung result will be out in 48 hours. So, may update ko na lang kayo, okay? So, ayun.
One eternity later.
So, ito na guys, lumabas na yung result ng blood work natin in less than 48 hours. So, that's good. So, I'm looking at it right now. So, ayun, mukhang GG tayo dito. Anyway, bago natin reviewin itong result ng blood test ko, bakit nga ba ako nagpa-blood work? Mag-apply ba ako for work? Or may nararamdaman ba akong sakit? So, honestly, wala naman ako nararamdamang sakit. But, prevention is better than cure. Okay? So, tsaka pa ba ako magpapacheck kung kailan ako may nararamdamang sakit or meron ako nararamdamang abnormalities, di ba? So, ang purpose ng blood test or blood work is to check if meron kang abnormality sa blood mo or sa kidney mo, sa liver mo, sa lipids mo or sa cholesterol mo, sa prostate mo, sa testosterone levels mo or sa thyroid mo. So overall, okay, so full panel yan. So mas maganda if ma-check mo and kapag merong abnormalities or may konting tumaas or bumaba, magawan mo ng paraan agad, okay? So para hindi na lumala or hindi na mag-turn into some sickness. And to be honest, open naman ako sa gear use ko. So I'm using anabolic steroids before kasi nagko-compete ako internationally. And sunod-sunod yung mga shows ko. And yun, kailangan ko talaga palagi magpa-blood work just to check. Bakit? Kasi yung paggamit mo ng anabolic steroids, it can affect your organs, especially your liver, your kidney, your prostate, hindi lang yung testosterone levels mo, it can also affect your blood. And overall, okay? So, kailangan talaga, if magpapa-blood test ka, full panel, okay? So, yung pinaka-basic na blood test, murang-mura lang yon. So, huwag kayong manghinayang kasi nakakabili kayo ng gears, nakakabili kayo ng growth hormones, tapos hindi kayo makakapagpa-blood test. So, there's no excuse. So, right now, I'm currently using GHRP6. It's not a steroid, it's a growth hormone peptide. So, ang purpose ko ng paggamit noon is mainly for wound healing or injury healing. Kasi na-injure yung elbow ko and makakatulong yon para mabilis yung recovery. Okay, so I know may better peptide for wound healing like BPC 157 and TB500, but ito yung on hand ko ngayon eh. So ubusin ko na lang muna, di ba? And then I'm also on a TRT dose of testosterone cypionate. So I'm not blasting any steroid cycle for a long time. So I'm planning to blast. So I'm planning to bulk up. Kaya ako nagpa-blood test just to make sure na ready yung katawan ko and hindi maapektuhan yung organs ko and yung cholesterol levels. Kaya, syempre, nagpa-test muna tayo para sigurado, di ba? So, let's start with hematology. So, dito muna tayo sa CBC or complete blood count. Pero, syempre, ipo-point out ko lang yung mga kailangan natin. So, start muna tayo sa hemoglobin. So, hemoglobin count is 16. Normal range is 13 to 17. So, nasa normal range tayo. But, ang problem natin dito is yung RBC count. So, ang normal range ng RBC is 4.5 to 5.50. So, borderline na yung 5.50. So, nasa 5.83 tayo. So, mataas yung RBC count. So, ano bang magiging problema kapag mataas yung RBC count mo? So, kapag mataas yung RBC count mo, lalapot yung dugo mo, and pwedeng mag-cause ng blood clot. And kapag merong blood clot, it can cause high blood pressure, it can lead to heart attack or stroke or aneurysm. Okay, so yun yung mga worst case scenario. Okay, so bakit nga ba mataas yung RBC natin? Hindi ko pa alam sa ngayon. So kailangan ko po nang makita yung ibang lab results. But I suspect it's because of anabolic steroid syempre. Kasi yung anabolic steroid can also increase your RBC. Ano pa ba? So, all is normal naman aside from RBC count. So, yun lang talaga yung problema natin dito sa CBC natin, yung RBC count. Medyo mataas ng konti. Next, check naman natin is yung iron profile. So, yung serum iron natin, normal range is from 32 to 193. So, nasa 48.6 tayo. So, normal range yun. Kaso, ang problema dito is yung UIBC or yung unsaturated iron binding capacity. So, 125 to 345 yung normal range. Mataas yung sa atin, nasa 436 yung range natin. So, kapag mataas yung UIBC, ibig sabihin, kulang ka sa iron. Okay, so, kulang tayo sa iron. So, meron tayong iron deficiency anemia na tinatawag, which is weird kasi kapag kulang ka sa iron, bababa yung RBC mo. Yung RBC count natin mataas. So most probably ang problema is dun sa oxygen carrying capacity ng katawan. So low yung oxygen na pumapasok. Next, check naman natin is yung kidneys natin or yung renal function test. So sobrang importante nito, especially if you are a bodybuilder or you're taking 2-minute supplements and or taking gears, okay? So check natin isa-isa. So yung urea natin, normal range is 17 to 43. Nasa 33.5 tayo. So, good tayo doon. And then, uric acid, 3.4 to 7 yung normal range. Good din tayo dito, 6.67. And then, creatinine, usually dito nagkakaproblema yung iba. Especially bodybuilders, weightlifters. Usually, mataas yung creatinine nila. Bakit? Kasi, tumataas din yung creatinine due to muscle breakdown of muscle fibers. Okay? So, another cause ng pagtaas ng creatinine natin is block yung urinary tract, kidney failure, kidney problems, and dehydration as well. Okay, so yun yung mga nagiging common na problema ng mga bodybuilders and mga nagko-compete. So, thank God, nasa normal range naman lahat ng nasa renal function test natin. So, aside from that, yung BUN and calcium total, everything is normal. So, next naman is check natin yung blood sugar natin. So, random blood sugar, normal range is less than 140. Nasa 72.7 tayo. So, nasa good range tayo. Okay, so I was expecting this to be high. Kasi last month, so end of the year, talagang all out ako sa pagkain ng kung ano-ano. So, fast foods, sweet, basta kung ano-ano. And konting alcohol na rin. So, talagang tong blood test na to is a must before starting a cycle. Kasi talagang sablay ako noong December when it comes to dieting. So, ayun. Thank God, okay din naman. And next is yung lipid panel natin. So, dito tayo may problema sa lipid panel. Okay? So, lipid panels natin, meaning yung cholesterol. So, yung cholesterol natin, normal range should be less than 200. Nasa 244 yung cholesterol ko. So, total cholesterol is too high, and then yung good cholesterol ko naman is too low. So, big mark to, and talagang hindi tayo pwede mag-start ng cycle kapag ganito yung cholesterol levels natin. Bakit? Kasi kapag nag-start ka ng steroid cycle, most of the steroid na magagamit mo will increase your bad cholesterol and decrease your HDL or yung good cholesterol mo. Okay? So, affected talaga yung cholesterol levels mo, especially if you will use testosterone-based and DHTs. So, maapektuhan talaga yung cholesterol. So, pag ganito yung cholesterol levels mo, hindi ka pwede mag-blast ng cycle. Okay? So, you need to understand that. Bakit? Kasi itong cholesterol levels mo, it can lead to a lot of sickness. Worst case scenario, you can get a stroke or heart attack. So, nakakatakot, di ba? But, ang good thing about this is madali lang siyang masolusyonan. Okay? It's about the diet and your training. So, you need to lose some weight. You need to be more active. And syempre, kailangan linisin mo yung diet mo. Okay? So, I started doing that already. So, I'm back on a strict diet. Kasi kailangan ko talaga, hindi lang for bodybuilding purposes, but for my overall health and function. So, ayun. Ito lang yung nakikita kong problema, yung lipid panel natin. Sablay talaga yung cholesterol levels ko. And then next is yung hepatic function panel. So ito naman is yung liver panel mo or yung para sa liver, which is very important if you are taking anabolic steroids, if you are taking any supplements, medications, and you are doing bodybuilding. So okay. Total bilirubin 0.565. Normal range is 0.1 to 1.2. Normal naman tayo doon. Problema dito is yung AST and SGOT natin. So, it should be less than 50. Nasa 54.5 yung range ng AST and SGOT natin. So, nakikita kong reason is yung taking too much painkillers and anti-inflammatory. Kasi nga, it's been 3 weeks tong elbow ko is na-injured nga. So, sobrang sakit niya. And, kailangan ko talaga mag-take ng anti-inflammatory. So, I'm taking Brufen. Brufen is very notorious and very toxic sa liver. Okay, so, I took that for 5 days before doing the blood test. So, most probably, doon na-apektuhan yung liver natin on taking too much painkillers and anti-inflammatory. So guys, if meron kayong nararamdamang sakit, kaya nyo namang tiisin, gumamit muna kayo ng mga creams na pamahid or like Salon Pass or something like that before taking any painkillers na orals kasi talagang notorious sa liver yon. Okay? So, ayun lang. I'm taking Tudka and NAC. So, para yun sa fatty liver, and if meron kang liver issues, malaking tulong yon. Okay? So, Tudka and NAC. So, basic blood work lang yung ginawa natin. And usually, chinecheck ko rin yung testosterone and prostate and T3 or thyroid panels. But for now, ito lang muna kasi ito yung kailangan ko sa ngayon. Okay? So, and usually, if you will check your testosterone levels and other additional like vitamin D, something like that, you will add up. Pero kung budgeted ka naman and gusto mo lang talaga makita yung pinaka-basic, ito talaga yung pinaka-kailangan mo, okay? So, yung hepatic function test, renal function test, yung cholesterol levels mo, okay? So, yung tatlong yung pinaka-main na kailangan mo talaga ma-monitor. Hindi lang for bodybuilding, hindi lang for gear use, but for overall health, okay? So, importante yan, and wag mong tipirin yung sarili mo. Okay? So, wag mo sabihin sa akin, takot ka sa karayom kapag kukunan ka ng dugo. Pagkarga ka ng karga, walang kasakit-sakit. So, final verdict, we cannot blast a steroid cycle for bulking kasi yung plano ko for this year to really bulk up and gain a good amount of muscle size. But, sadly, hindi pa tayo pwede mag-start. But, it's okay. Mag-focus muna tayo sa health and recovery kasi hindi nga 100% yung result ng blood work natin, okay? So, if hindi 100% yung blood work, no-go tayo dyan, okay? So, ayun, and another thing is, kailangan ko munang i-recover 100% din yung injury ko sa elbow, and then, pa-blood work ulit tayo after 4 weeks, lilinisin muna natin yung diet, kasi yung mainly, yung problema talaga natin is nasa diet, so, yung cholesterol levels natin is sobrang taas, and, affected din doon syempre yung RBC, yung blood flow. Kaya lumalapot yung dugo kasi mataas yung cholesterol levels. And then, ganun na rin yung hepatic function, affected din dyan yung liver. So, connected lahat yan. And yun lang. Kailangan nating i-improve yung diet natin. So, hindi na ako pwede kumain ng pork. Hindi na ako pwede kumain ng fast foods, Jollibee, KFC. Kasi yun yung kinakain ko last month. To be honest. And I'm eating a lot of salty foods din. So, nakaka-apekto din yun. So, basta, I'm eating trash. But, hindi ko naman nire-regret yun. Nag-enjoy naman ako sa pagkain ng mga pagkain na hindi ko usually kinakain for a month. Kaso nga, reflect agad siya dun sa blood work natin. So, guilty tayo as charged. And, magagawa lang natin is to improve yung diet natin. And, ayun lang. So, mainly, fish, more veggies, and, oats, brown rice, o mga ganon, just to improve our cholesterol levels and to be back 100%. Okay, so thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next vlog. God bless.